And the objective of the session, the short session it should be, is how do we implement a template inside a Academy CD framework? Remember that after you develop it, I can take it as it is and put it on Academy CD, and that should work fine. I intentionally want you to start developing on the thread, and certificate 3, or we will start a whole new project with, you know, with Django CMS, like we did before during the semester. And that way, the first part, we will learn how to work as a team. And then after we work as a team, okay, you develop it, and then I will integrate it into Academy City, and then it could be up to the Academy City. And see how nice it is. When I upload it to the Academy City, you can basically use a database and put data into the website. I saw that you have done a lot. You put a lot of those pictures. You still have some missing. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, and the objective now is really to have Jimmy to get there and show her that if she wants, you can update it immediately. Am I right? You can update her website right away. You're controlling everything from the website, from the database. Moreover, in certificate 3, eventually, you know, and as time goes by, you will open a screen. So the user, the owner of the web page, do not touch the database. We don't want them to touch the database. We'll open screen for them to upload data, pictures by themselves. And that's what we'll do later on. Okay, so step by step. Now we want to learn even a much simpler, although it's a very nice one, it's a very common, a lot of companies use this template, to take the template and turn it in our style. And then we can make the same web page to a lot of companies on the same type of template. Okay, so let's start. I'm sharing my screen. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're gonna go, in fact, I'm going to the internet and I'm gonna write here Biz. And by the way, you can look up, there's so many of them. You can, one of the things that I would love to get to the point that you guys can find another template and do it yourself and add it to the others. So Biz, it should be Bizlad, it should call. By the way, there's others. And by the way, if you learn this one, you can do a lot of the other ones. So here we go. Bizlad, what is it? Oh, that's not the one I wanted, what is it? Bizlad, let's call it like that. Hold a second, no, not that one I wanted. Bizlad web template. It's not even Django, because this one, a lot of people in Django use it. No, this is Wix. We don't want Wix. By the way, Django is much better than Wix. So we definitely don't. Here we go. This one or that? Bizlad. No, I think I saw it. It's the one that was under here we go. I think this one. Okay? And there's other ones, by the way. This is images, Bizlad. Why doesn't it like me? It's this one. This is the image of it. Where is it? I think this one should be under this category. They have a lot of the kind of. So let's see. Let me make a search here for the. Why it doesn't like me? Here, maybe it's this one. But why that? I think there is a version which is free. You can use the version which is free. We don't need the. Didn't I send you a link? You go to the. I think I found it the other day and I sent you a link to the, but I know this company has a lot of kind. Not for lending, it's for business. No, you can even type, by the way, this is the company. That's what's strange here. They have so many types of web pages, and that's the beauty. I would like you to start feeling comfortable. You see, some of them cost money. Most of them you don't really need them. You already learn from the Fab house. You can see you can take any template and turn it to a, but I think I did send you the Bizlad, didn't I? Remember?
Yes, you sent it.
Can you just check me, see if I
Okay.
can you find it? Yeah. Yes, let me do that. Bizlad. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. Here we go. This is it. This is supposed to be. No. No. I think this one is. This is it. So no. No. Fine.
Dr. Amos,
Yeah.
I've just sent it at the bottom there.
This is it.
Yes.
Okay, good. This is the one I was looking for. Very good. Thank you. Good. But you know, you can even type just, see what I would do if I were you. As we go along, you can write Django free web templates, and you should find there something here. 3+ Django free themes and templates. And then you can go here. I almost can show, here we go. Free themes. So free Django templates. Those are good templates, by the way. And from my experience in life, for a starter, this is perfect because you want to spend as less money until you start making money. Okay? And they are very good, by the way. This is like for doing charting, those kind of things. So you can download them and play with them. Okay? And if there's something that are really exceptionally good and you have a very good customer that's willing to pay, so you pay $150, not the end of the world. But first you have to get a customer. That's the business aspect. Okay? But those are really good, by the way. This one you probably can download, click and download and learn about it. And you can, here we go. They got a very good review. Free download, you download this one. You see how they made all those charts. By the way, Brenda, you probably will see here libraries that you are playing with now. And things will start shaping up. Bootstrap is it's a free, by the way. This is what most of companies use, okay? So this is really a good way of finding stuff when we start getting more and more customers. Hopefully, I have a feeling we're gonna get one. I just talked to that guy. I didn't talk, I just corresponded with him. Maybe we'll get one. That would be really good. Okay, anyway, we wanna get this one, okay? Okay, and this one is not a bad one. we're going to, here we go. Let's look at the live demo. What does it do? How does it look like? I think I showed it to you. Okay. First of all, it's really nice, have a big picture. So the big picture, we know already how to change in Django to add a big picture. It doesn't have to be this one. We will change it. Here, you click and you see a video. So we'll see how they did it, and we can mimic it. So you can put any video in YouTube and connect to it. Fair enough?
Okay.
We'll get started. Let's see. Okay. So by the way, you can see it has a menu on the top. When you click on it, get started or click on it, it takes you to another part of the page. It's very different than the one we did before. This is much simpler. It's only one page, really, you can think about it. You go to services, it's going one down. You see that? Is that right?
Yes.
You see, it's really like about, it's this section. And since I scroll down, it goes to the services automatically here. Okay? And then, okay, it's a big deal. What is that stuff? I can write whatever I want. The services. Let's say if I click on this one, does it take me anywhere? Probably not, but you can make it go somewhere else. It just took me to the head. It didn't really help me anything. So you can see that several, oh, I lost it. Yeah. Okay, I'll do it again. Okay, in fact, it doesn't really help you in how to, about us. Okay, it has about us, but it doesn't have. What do we have already done? We added another table to that people can really send information. No, not about it, contact, sorry, my mistake. About us, okay. This is easy component. We'll see in a minute. How do you edit? This one is, we already have done something similar, okay? This is like name of companies that they are like our customer, but see, it doesn't do anything. It would be really nice if you can even put a link. Is that right?
Yes.
You can click it. Those are big company. Lily is a very big company. Okay, so you can even do it better. What this template is already services. Okay, this is our services. Now here you can just name it, but it would be really nice if I click here. Don't take me back to the main page. That's stupid. It should really take me to another page talking about those kind of services. Is that right?
Yes.
And we know how to do it in Django. That's easy. It'll be very simple, 3 pages. Okay? Okay? Okay, so we have like 6 examples, and then there is a background, nothing really special. We probably can put the theme. So you can make a table with the themes, and in every company you can put the pictures, you put a little phrase about them, blah, blah, blah. Is that right? This is a very simple one. The background is the same picture. We get to that and we'll see how you guys do it. Check out portfolio. So this is really probably their product. Is that right?
Yes.
Look like their product. Will I do it this way? Most likely not. Let's see if I click here. What does it mean? Plus. That's how I see the big picture. Okay, big deal. Okay, but it's definitely lacking. The other web page has a much better section than this one, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, this one, oh, here we go, good. So this one at least, it jumped to another, no, it didn't jump to another page, did it? Yeah, it did. This is nice. Okay, so I have a picture on that product. This is good. This I like. Okay, this is good. So that means that maybe here I make it a bigger picture and here I get more detail. Okay, good. The only problem is that on this page, how many can I put here? You know, nobody's going to, and then they have categories. You see that? All, and the app card. You see that? Web, styles. So they have like kind of categories. Cool. This is good for a small, medium company. That's excellent. And you can do it so quickly. Okay. but it doesn't really have the richness of the other one. Okay, this is could be like when I click on web, you see more pictures and etc. etc. This one here, our hard worker team. Good. But what was the other one? I didn't see what the previous one. So what the different here? Male brand freelancer. What is this one? What is this one, by the way? What that could be? I don't know. Huh? This is the owner, designer. This is the team, isn't it? So why do you need it twice?
The other ones are quotes by the team.
It's the
What the difference
portfolio.
between these ones and those ones?
It's actually the portfolio, the details about the team members.
Who are those guys?
Those are quotes.
This is the managers?
Like it's showing the big people in the company.
Exactly. And who are those ones?
The other one is the team.
So what are the difference? This is the Chief Executive Officer, it's CEO. Okay? And here I saw CEO also. That's
Actually,
it.
that has the details about the team.
Yeah, this is a
The other
CEO. 1 second. See, it's the same title. They just put different names. What it means is that you can put whatever you want here, and you can put whatever you want here. Here, maybe you put the team, and frankly, see, by the way, Chief Executive Officer is the CEO, okay?
Yes.
And this is the team members, okay? This one, it looks like similar information, CEO. So they just, whoever put it didn't even think from the business aspect of it. But we don't really care. We're thinking about technology now. Here you can put whatever you want, flipping, picture of a person or whatever you want to write about them, okay? And here you can put whatever you want. There's no rules, okay? You can say team, you can write whatever you want, but you have the flexibility. This one you have also, by the way, this one probably not really working, you see? It doesn't really work. So if you really want to hook them up, if they do have a Facebook, you need to hook them up as it should be. So if you're talking about the team members and you want to give each one of those, maybe this is the top executives. Yeah, they're supposed to be the accountant. By the way, usually you don't really write an accountant. You should write chief financial officer, okay? Like CTO, chief technology officer, chief product management, okay? And if each one of them has one of those four, you should really make sure you link them to whatever they have. So you make a table that holds this information, okay? So now we're learning a little bit. This is a very simple, relatively very simple. Here we have product, see that? If there are products, depend on the business, and they have different product, okay?
Yes.
Very simple. And then frequently asked questions. This one we know, this technology already, remember? That's very simple too. This could be done very fast relatively. Contact us. Oh, they do have. Okay, they do have the content, they have similar. We can make a table for it, like we did in the Fab House. Okay, and we can even put the send message. So you would put it, send a message also to the manager of the company to accept those informations. Okay. Telephone, all of those are simple stuff. Good. So how do we go about it? Step number one, by the way, this is a template designed for you to take it. This should be even easier for us because we're going to click download for free. There's certain levels. Let's see what the difference between the three of them. So you feel comfortable and don't feel bad like you're not taking the one that costs money. What's the difference between those two? Free. First of all, what does it say? Okay, let's see what we don't have here. Create website for clients. Well, we can create for for client. You will see. We'll do it. Remove footer credit link. Okay? We can remove whatever we want. That will be easy. A working PH Ajax contact form. Well, we're going to turn the form to be like that. So that we don't need their functionality. They use it PHP. We don't want PHP. We want to use a Ajax with Django. So in any case, we don't really need this one. Premium support via email. We don't need any support. We want to give support. You got it?
Yes.
So we don't really need all those features. Let's say more one. Access to div version. We don't need that one either. And access to all our 82 Pro templates. Okay. So if I want, I will just go and get them free because they are all usually free. Okay. Let's go and download with version 5 here. By the way, I didn't even upgrade it to version 5 from Academy City. I only do it once a year. So by the end of the year, probably, or let's say maybe in August. But let's for this one, we download Bootstrap version 5. I would say just download. So what is going to download for us, it's a zip file. And now that we have the zip file, is that right?
Yes.
And let's say unzip it. And unzip it here. Okay, beautiful. Here we go, Bizlad. That's what we have inside. That's beautiful, so simple. We have README, we have HTMLs, we have forms, and you see PHP. That means the hell with it, we don't want it. We're gonna make our own form. And we're gonna use even JavaScript. So we even jump, we don't even want to do Django forms. We want to do Ajax, which is the best way to do it. And we already, in fact, the only thing probably using here the form is to send the information of contact us. And we already have a form like that. We have done it several places. We did it in the Uganda towns. We did it in the Feb house. We just copied the code from there. So we don't really need this one, okay? Assets, let's see what the assets are. By the way, this is really nothing. This is all libraries of styling. You see that? They have images that they are using inside the website, all those kind of images. We're definitely gonna remove them in some, but we will start with them. And then we'll start removing them because we wanna put them much better. See, that's what programmers, regular web developers do. They do it for a company, and then when they get to the teams, they just replace those images there. What happened? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't want to do that. We know how to do much more sophisticated than that. We'll do it in the beginning like that, but then we'll remove it and put it in a table. And that's what makes our methodology much better. And then we can be very profitable in a moment we start getting customers. You're ready for giving much better support. This is not a way to maintain website. Definitely not. And by the way, you saw, this is really a very professional website that we downloaded it from, okay? So, okay, images. So we'll play with all those images. Okay, this one, by the way, also you can put those images in a database, client's database. We're gonna add that one to the Uganda towns as well. Okay, very similar, nothing special. Portfolio, the same idea. See, all those kind of images, very good. So we will first mimic them and then, okay, so asset is really like kind of have a styles, have that one. By the way, the GS is most likely Bootstrap. And let's see what this one, is that a Bootstrap? No, I'm not gonna open it. We'll open it maybe later on, but this is what they're using for this template. All the JavaScript they are using. Beautiful. I don't really care even how does it work. I just know it's gonna do what I need. Vendor, this is really bootstrap. This is really classical and repeating themselves. By the way, they are taking some PHP. We're not gonna use it, but we will not touch it. So we don't really want to waste even our time, okay? So this one we most likely will not touch, but we'll keep it as it is. By the way, if we go to the asset and see how much memory does it take, the properties, so how much memory does it take? 11 megabyte, it's nothing, okay? It's really nothing, okay? So I'm not gonna touch it, leave it there. So now what left, this one we're not gonna use, but we'll keep it for the beginning. And then we have the index. So I recommend to take this one as it is, okay? I'm gonna take this directory and I'm doing right click, and that's what I want you to do by yourself later on, watching the video. Don't do it now, just watch it. I'm even cut, I'm gonna delete it there. I'm going back to PyCharm, going to trade, and feel comfortable, don't be afraid, okay? I go to the apps, I'm going to do right click and paste. Bingo, let me close the other stuff. Okay, now that I have copied that to here, to be smart, what I would do, I will rename it, where's the refactor, here we go. Put underscore in the end, and at least we have it here. Later on, I will take all the stuff from here and put it in the right places. So far, so good, everybody?
So good.
That was easy, is that right? So far, we didn't do anything. But at least we have a good understanding. Now, I don't like to leave garbage, so I always go to here and delete it because I don't need this one anymore. There should be also the zip file. So I would delete also the zip. You see here's the zip, I don't need it. Hey, remember those pictures? I don't need them either, do I? Okay, good. So they're gone. Hold a second, what happened to those? Yeah. Try not to keep garbage. You know, I already copied it here, so why do I need to keep it there? Now we're starting like what we learned. We're gonna open Control C, Control C. What's happening here? Why it doesn't like me? See why I had Windows? My Ubuntu never gets stuck, but Windows does. Oh, here we go, thank God. Okay, what are we gonna create first? Anybody?
Start up.
We're gonna create an application, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's call it Bizlad, but you know me, I always like to call it lowercase. So we call it Bizlad.
You're missing
Okay, and but I have to call, how do you call Python? Python manage start app. Is that right?
Yes.
Good. And bingo. Now,
SPO.
even before, why it doesn't like me?
Spelling of
SPO start.
Huh?
Start. The
You missed
SPO.
an R.
Start. Yeah, I can't spell even my name correctly. Good. That's why I need you guys. Always fix my own. Beautiful. Now, honestly, a rule of thumb, you can start moving stuff to this application. First of all, we have to put it in the right place in the apps. But what I would do always, before I even try to take the information from here to put it here, what I would do if I were you, it's make this one as a stupid application. I know it's working. I know what I need to make it running inside my project, the church, okay? I need to do several things, even regardless of what I'm going to do eventually, taking the stuff from here. So I'm going to make this one working with the simplest stuff I have to do. Stage number one is going to the setting. Is that right?
Yes.
And I have to go to the base. And what am I supposed to do here?
Copy
Like
from
what
it.
did with the other stuff. Is that right?
Yes.
Just take one of those, even the deep billings, copy it, and change it to Bizlad. Is that right?
Yes.
That's, you're expert by now, aren't you?
We are.
That's stage number one. What is stage number two? Going to the
URLs of the
URLs of the project. Where is it? URL, here it is. So I need to do the same things. Take the billings and copy it and just change this one to Bizlad. Am I right?
Yes.
There's one thing I'm going to do different. I'm going to make this one to be my major application. So I'm going to take this one, put it empty. Fair enough?
Yeah.
And put it on the top. So when it open, because I already finished my first certificate, okay?
Yes.
And the truth of the matter, I don't really need all the other ones. I just putting it there just for, and the main one, I don't want him to be the one that will open up. So I will change this one to main. So now it will not open as a main. It will open this one as the first one. So far, so good. This is something we haven't done yet. Remember, we always want the main to be open up the first. So that's why we put that one empty. And when everything is empty, that's the one it's open. I don't want this one to open. I want the Bizlad to open. The truth of the matter, I don't really need all of those. I can remove them later on, and we might do that, okay? But for now, I want only this one to open. Okay, so now this one empty taking me, by the way, if I will run it here, I will get an error. Is that right? Let's
That's
go
fine.
back. I should get an error because this one doesn't exist. Oh, see, it doesn't like me already. See that? It tells you it doesn't know what it is because it doesn't exist. So we have to create it, and we know it already because Django doesn't create the URLs for the application. So we are smart enough by now. We can go to the billings like this one, although this is not the best choice, but that's okay. And I'll just copy it to the Bizlad. Pay attention, I'm not using anything that okay? Okay, now I'm gonna open this one. By the way, let me close all the other ones. This one I'm gonna keep for now. I think everything's here you should know by now. This one, I double click. I don't really need all of those stuff. And for now, I just keep one of them. By the way, I'm not gonna keep anything here either for now. You know what, I even gonna delete it. I want to do the minimum. I just want it to run, to work. This one, of course, I'm gonna change to Bizlad. Am I right?
Yes.
All right.
Beautiful. So we have Bizlad. We can call it index. We can call it home. We call it whatever we want. Doesn't make a difference as long as it's empty. And we need now in the view that function. And again, as you know me, I would go here to the billings, copy the first one, and remove all the stuff that I don't need. I'm gonna close this. Let's leave it open for now. I just put this simple one. And all what I really need is I'm going to put Bizlad here. This is just to make the mechanism work. Bizlad, I'm not going to transfer anything, okay? The simplest view could be, and now I'm just going to here and adding again, new directory templates. Is that right? You're already expert, aren't you? You should be expert by now. And here I'm adding another directory, and I'm going to call it Bizlad. That's like, you should know it's in your dream. And inside, I need this template to be. So again, we go to the billings, copy it, and in fact, we even make it stupid. You know what? I will make a stupid one. I'll make a stupid one, meaning right-click, new file. No, sorry. I want to make an HTML file. Right-click, new HTML file. Fair enough? And I do file. And we call it index, correct, dot HTML. Bingo. Now, we do have an empty page, doesn't do anything. We didn't use all the stuff we learned about Django. We only made a stupid application, has nothing to do with anything. We haven't put anything from here. We just want to make sure it works. And let's run now. Now, this one, if I run it, it should be okay unless I forgot something.
Not okay yet.
Seems okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like me for some reason. Why doesn't he like me here? Yeah, he doesn't like, he doesn't know what the index, yeah. I just forgot to bring the index form.
Yes.
What happened to my,
Your battery.
yeah, I think it's my battery. What happened? Bear with me a second. It's connected. אנוכי? לא יודע, החשמל פה לא עובד לי. אתה ברעיון כבר? מה לא? לא עובד לי עכשיו? מתאים? טוב, זה היה לי קודם. תביא לי את שלך אולי. אתה לא צריך אותו? לא, יש לי. טוב. Okay, my son will help me out a second. כן, שימו לב, נראה. אני חושב שזה בא אצלי. כנראה. Okay. So form view, dot view, is that right?
Yes, that is.
Import index. That's it. Now it should be okay. This is like everyone in certificate one should know that. Okay, it works. When I click here, it should open really that empty page. Am I right?
Yes.
It doesn't go to the main. See, if I want to go to the main now, I have to click main. And then we get our regular stuff. Okay? I just changed it that when we get to the 8,000, I mean the domain, will give me this empty application.
Yes.
Now we can start. Okay? Everybody happy?
Yes.
This one you should be expert by now. If I tell you make a new application, prepare a new template, you should be expert by now. Okay, stage number one, we want to work in a good way. We're not going to work this way. We're going to put here what we know as new HTML templates, and we're going to call this one base. How do we call it? Or base, land. Is that right? That's what we always do. Am I right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So now we have this one. We can take the index and open the index Wait a second, this one I can close. Trades, yours, I can close, I don't need. And I want to focus, this is going to be my baby. I will play with it later on, okay? For now, this is going to be the baby, and this one going to be inheriting from the other one. So this one, we already know how to do that, don't we? We got to, again, if we forgot, okay, we can go to this one. We have some stuff. We have a base, and we can take it, but we don't really want to use the base here because the base is really designed for training. This one is real application. We might do a base, but for now, I don't really want to make inheriting from a base. So I'm going to go to this one and see how do I inherit. Or what I really need to do is really just to remind myself that's what I want to do. I go to here and I want to take it from the base Bizlad. The reason is the index now really have everything that here, but here there is nothing. Okay, I can really just write Amos here just to make sure everything works. And I go here, refresh, I'll just see him Amos here. But it's coming really from the base. In the base, we can play games. Not really play as much as we like to put this one in the title. Is that right? We always like to put it in a block. Is that right? So we call it title. Remember? So I'm start building up my base, very similar to what we did. And feel comfortable, you know, and title. I think I forgot the word block, didn't I? And I don't really have to write here end block. I can write end block title if I want, but I don't really need the word block title. Is that right? And this one I can take now automatically right now and put it in the index. Everybody with me?
Yes.
This is, you know, I don't need the meta. And here I can write Bizlad or the name of the company. Name of the company. Let's assume the name of the company is Bizlad. Okay, whatever I want. Now this will be the title. Now I'm start building really up my base, and I will add stuff as I go along. Okay, and so in a minute we will see. Now we start the taking data from whatever we copied from the internet. The first one is the assets. That's the most important things. Assets we're gonna bring and we're gonna put it in the static. So we're gonna find static. And I don't want to mix it up with the other stuff we're already using. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna write new directory. And I can call it Bizlad. So that means all the stuff that I need in the static that will be there. Nobody will bother me. I don't mix them up with the other styles, JavaScript, of any other applications. And I can have several applications doing totally different, using different type of Bootstrap, JavaScript versions. This one clean. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna put the whole things. The assets is, as we saw before, they really are style, pictures that I might use. So I'm gonna copy the whole things. Copy, and I'm gonna copy them right under the Bizlad here. And do okay. So everything is gonna copy here. Did it copy it? Yes, good. Beautiful. Now that I have everything here, I don't really need them here anymore. I just already copied them, so I delete them. Don't need them. So far, so good.
So good.
Now, let's move on. Okay, so how do I put those stuff? And whoever went with me over the Feb, you can say, okay, we know already how to add the CSS, images, JavaScript. By the way, here, a lot of those ones are different kind of things, okay? Depend what I need. And you will see in a minute something will help you out a lot, how to hook up all of those automatically. So let's go into the index or something like the index in here. In fact, they do have an index here. You see that?
Yes.
We made our own index, am I right?
Yes.
And we made this index in here, extending this one, which this is the way we want to keep it, but we want to see what the hell they have done. Oh, we got the answer here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Here we go. We start copying from them. How do we copy from them? Oh, let's look at the whole part of the header. And where do we want to keep this part of the header? In our base. In our base link. Is that right? We have a header, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So we want to put all those stuff here, but we want to make it smart. Now we start learning how to copy. Okay, we don't need header twice. We can take this one out. Correct? And we don't need, by the way, this one we have some things, language English, and then we have a header. Beautiful, we're done. See that?
Yes.
Is there a title here? You see a title here? I don't see a title. Yeah, there is a title. I don't really care about this title. The hell was it? I'm done. Put all the meta. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is some images, but hold a second. This is not going to work. Why? I'm referring to assets and is expecting it to be in the same directory as my index, but I put it in the static one. Hey, but we know what to do. And this is really a big jump for you guys. Go to the deep billings. Let's see if we did it in the deep billings. Did we? I don't remember. If not, we will find out. Let's go to the base. In the base, we inherit from this base. So let's go to this base because we want to eliminate the base altogether. So where is the base here in the templates? Double click on the base. And let's see what did we do on the very top. We have a header and we have a load static. So let's copy that one. We're gonna take this one to the base land and put it right the same place in the header. See that? In the base here, putting it right on the top of the header. This is giving me a links to the base. Okay, beautiful. We need that because we want to put the files wherever we want. We don't want to limit ourselves to put it in the same directory. We definitely don't want to put it in the same directory. Even it's really getting much more complex when we get to deployment. This is something that I'm building up. I have a special team that dealing with it, especially in Chicago. But this is really must be that way. Otherwise, you will get totally lost when you try to put it on the server on Amazon. I want to put it in the right place. I don't want to use this one. I want to put it in the static. And I want him to know what the static is. So that's why I already have done the hard work here. Okay, and now I want to check if there is a place that's called static. And oh, here we go. Isn't it beautiful? I can just copy for myself, isn't it?
Yes.
See the beautiful, I'm gonna copy from here. And I'm gonna go now to my Bizlad, and I'm gonna change the first one so you really see and understand how it works. You know what? Let's start with the picture, which is the easiest one. Okay. Well, I put the picture. I copied it to my static file, correct? Here's the static. And I put it under the Bizlad, okay? So I'm going to say, okay, this picture, okay, it is under the image, that's correct, it's inside the image, correct? Here it is, this is it, it's under the image, that's correct, that's the image, but I don't have assets because I deleted the assets, so I don't really have any assets, but I do have Bizlad. Is that right?
That's right.
I have static, and after the static, I have a Bizlad. Oh, but hold that, this is not gonna work. In order for this to work, I must tell him, go there after you get to the directory static. And by doing that, by the way, I can move this static anywhere I want. And it will always find the picture under static, under Bizlad, under image, it will find the picture. So this should work. This picture will work. You will find exactly. But make sure to copy it in the right way. I didn't copy it in the right way. I have to open this one. And that's what makes Django so powerful. You see, otherwise you'll get a mess. This way, even you have hundreds of type of templates, you know, all their assets you put in the static. You don't get lost. This should work. The pictures will be right there. I'm done with the first one. Am I right? Is the second one will be hard to do?
No.
It will be the same things. Stick it from here. Copy it. Go delete the assets because I don't need the assets. Control V. I'm done. And this one, just make sure you close it the right way. Otherwise it won't work. This is beautiful. I put it the way, the places I want. By the way, this one, it's a library that they are downloading from the internet. If you remember, we downloaded it to our own, static as well. I will keep it this way for now, okay? But I can do the same things as I did for the picture for all the other stuff that they are under the assets. You got it?
Yes.
So the CSS, where is the CSS? Here we go. Some things, or what I need to do is do the same things, go to the static, copy all that up to this point, copy, and I can now change everything here up to the vendor. Because this is really what the under the where is it? Everything that it's under the vendor. Where is the vendor, by the way? Here we go. We have the vendor, and under the vendor, that will have from the static, you will go to the Bizlad and go to the vendor. And under the vendor, we'll go to AOS. I'm done. Later on, I will add to there. So I'm going to do all of them. Same things. That's pretty cool. I transfer the data, all the assets, the right place. By doing that, you're really realizing that a web page is such a simple thing. All those stuff, usually you copy it from somebody, he did most of the work for you. And now I'm going to just copy the end of this part, close it. And I'm done copying the assets. That's pretty cool. And I hope everybody understand what I did. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brenda, you happy?
yes.
Good. Daniel?
Yes, Doctor.
In fact, this one also, the last one, we do the same things. I just forgot this one for some reason. We're done. Good. And we did it in the right place. We put it in the base. And the index, see, that's our index, that's their index. They mixed up everything. So we took the whole things here, we put it in the base. Our index will be cleaner, correct? Now, just to get started in the right way, I'm gonna copy all their body. I'm gonna copy all their body and put it in my index. My index, where is my index? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. But I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to go to the base. This one, I'm going to go to here. And by the way, this is my basic one. In my body, we know already what to do, don't we?
Doctor, you forgot removing assets.
Which one I forgot?
The last link.
For
All right,
CSC.
thank you. Good. Perfect. Good. Now, this is the part that we like the most. Inside the body, we want to put a block here. That's what makes Django so special. Block. And how do we going to call the block? Body. We can call it content, whatever we want. Is that right? Body.
Yeah.
We can call it body content if we want. Let's call it body content. Why do, or even better, content. Doesn't matter really. Content. Fair enough. And then I'm going to do the following. Control copy, Control B, and I'm going to call it end
And block.
block, correct? Close it. And now I'm going, this is the body, and it's in the base. The header I'm done with for now. And I just can take this part now, go to here, go to my index, not their index. Their index I'm done, I can even close it. I'm going to my index, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to take this part, copy it to the end of here. You mean to see why? And I'm going to open it here. We don't need the word body because we already put it in the base. I have the body outside of the block, and I have the end of the body after the end of the block. So I can go here. Now I can go all the way down and remove the word body. I don't need it because it's already there. So far, so good?
So
It should work, really. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Let's open it. I got an error. Could not parse image land. What is the error? Interesting. Which line? Static. We have a static. We don't have, we didn't put the static maybe. We put it only on the base. He sometimes does it and I don't have any clue why. But I'm going to deal with it. By the way, theoretically it shouldn't be a problem. Okay? But for some reason, which I really don't really know why, you really have to load the static again. I don't know why. And hopefully that will take care of it. I don't really know why, but usually that solves it. Come on. So I had Windows. Okay, let's open it again. Okay, again, error. Close those ones. That's why I can close. Okay, what's the error now? Again, the same things, isn't it? So probably that wasn't the error. What's the mistake here? Let's do it this way. Take this one. Ah, it's missing the word static. Why? Maybe I didn't put the word static there. Let me go back. It doesn't like.
I think the error is this was HTML.
What did I forget? I have a static, right?
Yes.
Do I need a slash? Ah, do I need a slash or I need to close it in parentheses? Let's see how did we do it in the other one. Let's go to the base. And what is in the base? Yeah, we forgot to put it in parentheses. Annoying. Okay, nothing happened. We need to put all, everything here in a parentheses. So never can remember that. Now pay attention, I put a single one because the whole thing is in a double parentheses. Okay, let's try that one too. By the way, Daniel, you already know PNG, you should translate them to JPEG. Take less
Yes.
space, is that right?
Yes.
Unless you're a photographer and the quality is so important, I wouldn't use JPEG. I used only JPEG. Okay, let's see now. Will that work? Usually you have to really start the server if you use staging stuff. But as you can see, I had, see, until it's, okay, good, bingo. It looks at least acting somewhere, right?
Yes.
Slow for some reason, but we'll see in a minute. Why it's so slow? She is getting everything. Everything is working, but it's not. Doesn't like me. So let's see what's this problem. Let's see where I get stuck. Okay, we're done with this one. This is okay. It's giving me 404. It doesn't find, wait a second. 404, it means it doesn't find these files, by the way, not found. So it's having a problem with one of those. Hold a second. Let's go from the very beginning. Hold a second. Back on the web bottom. It doesn't find really those files, so we made a mistake. Why do I get assets? So, yeah,
I think
the
it's in
GS. We didn't take care of the GS, remember? They are inside the index. Okay, good. So we put here in the index stuff, but the truth of the matter, we didn't really take care of everything because there are some sections here of divs and all of that. But it's not really the only things. There are probably some JavaScript down there, right?
Yes.
Now let's scroll down and you're already, by the way, you see it's really nicely organized at least. You see any JavaScript? Yeah, there are, I know, in the bottom. Is that right? Remember the bottom? Here we go, we have JavaScript. And you can't find them because we didn't put them there. So what do you suggest, Daniel? Where should we put those? Anybody?
All that should be in the head.
I can put it in the head,
Yes.
and definitely I can put it also in the bottom if I want, doesn't matter. If I don't want to change the structure, the original one. So let's do it two ways, okay?
Okay.
Daniel, I will do
Yes.
your way. In fact, I like your way better, even, the truth of the matter. Let's go to the base, but just not to argue with them. I will do a block here, and then I will move it. Okay?
Yes.
Because that put it here, is that right? Then I can have a block here, and we call this block, how do we call it? We can call it whatever we want. You know, I don't really have to. I will call it for now, GS, although I don't really have to. Okay? Because this one will do nothing. And the truth of the matter, I will show you how we'll do it really. Okay, let's leave this one. Okay, now all of those we need to do to them exactly as we did here, don't we?
Yes.
Exactly the same things, and then you will find them. So everything it says assets, put it this way. Everybody agree?
Yes.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, let's copy the end of it. And we go here and just make sure. You see, Daniel, Brenda, Jeremiah, all of you. You learn to do the Fab house, you learn a hell of a lot. Everything's now, it's easier. It really is. Everything should be clear now. Now, it's you. In a second, I will play with it. For now, I will keep it this way. Let's close this one to Control C. Okay, restart, run. Let's go into here, and hopefully this time it will open. Oh, it did. Hey, so beautiful. See how we stole the whole things. This one doesn't work for some reason. We'll see. Am I right? Hey, you see, this is running. Isn't it cool? Very
Yeah, it
good,
is.
nice stealing. What do you say? Do we need their professional stuff? We don't.
No.
We're gonna do much better. Okay? But definitely we're really moving ahead. By the way, you can steal those ones to our Fab. You see, that's why I didn't really rush. But wow, that was so easy, wasn't it?
It was.
But we want to do it much smarter. So what people usually do, even if they don't even do that part, but what they do now, they go to the index and change the content here. Now, we don't want to do it this way. Daniel and Jeremiah already know how to do it much better. What is on the left side here? What's supposed to be here, by the way? I don't know. Anybody remember? I don't remember what we supposed to have there. Hey, I closed that one. What's supposed to be here, by the way? Remember? It's about, I think this is the form. Isn't it the form? Okay, I'll open it in a second. Let me go back to that. Bizlad. What was that one?
Yeah.
Bizlad web. Was it here? I forgot.
It's the done one.
This is it. No.
No.
Bizlad template. Download. All right, download. You will find it for me. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So let's go to the live demo. Let's see what was there. Ah, this image. Why it doesn't like us? Why this image didn't come up?
I think we never maybe change.
Maybe we had a problem with the changing something, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's check. Where did we screw up? Tell you what we can do. It's probably inside the index, isn't it? We need to do, let's do Control F. Probably it's an image, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Let's see, maybe we'll find it. Ah, here it is. See, it was embedded inside here. Got it?
Yes.
It's a very good catch. Beautiful. See? You finally, thank God. I always had a belief in you guys, didn't I?
Yes.
So this is what we want to do. Control copy. And you can fix errors like that. This is easy now. I do Control F again. Bingo. Bingo. And we only have to do the following. Control V. And we have to just go here and write this one, and it should be just fine. Let's try it again. Where is ours? What is it? Where is the, okay, open it again, Control C. Okay, scroll down, here it is, beautiful. Everything is beautiful. You know, honestly, that's what many professional people, but this is terrible. They just go into the index now and change the pictures and put the names, but that's stupid. How are we going to do it, Daniel? Let's start from the easy part. First of all, this one, we were going to copy, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so we know how to do that. But let's start from the easy stuff. You know, subscribe, okay? I have no idea. I don't want you to write something here. You can change the text, whatever you want, and you write here and you subscribe. Okay, you got a 4-3. You know, the reason is they implemented PHP and I don't want to implement PHP. So I'm notified, we will implement something else. Is that right?
Yes.
We'll put whatever here into a journal or newsletter. We'll make a table for subscribers to newsletter. And whoever type here, click, it will put it into the table. We know how to do that, okay? A company name will have a table with all the information about the company, isn't it? Address, country, telephone, email of the company. Good. By the way, if you look at this one, home. What did they do? They took all the stuff here and they put them here. It's the same links. Got it?
Yes.
Ordinarily, there's nothing you need to do there if you want to keep it like that. Our services. Okay, what are services? Let's say if I click on it, you see the truth of the matter, if you look at the right, it's not taking you to anywhere. Take you to the page on the top. They didn't implement it. You got it?
Yes.
So this is a good idea to add special page for every type of service you give. Okay? But we know how to do it in Django. We don't need a template for it. Okay? We'll leave that one as well. But so we need, now why we need a table for companies because we want to use the same template for many companies. So if it will be the first company, you know, on the domain, we attach, that's something I haven't taught you, but the domain will run to that company. You got it? And when it will run to that company, it will take a different number. It will be a totally different company. I will show you later on how it does. But we do need a table for a company, which will have company name, address 1, address 2, country, telephone, and email. The rest we can leave for now as we go along. Well, we need a table for newsletter. We need a table for contact us. Okay? We will need this one for frequently asked questions. Okay? And we do it per company. So, you know, if I'm doing this website for a company, they are in the business of selling furniture, the frequently asked question will be different. If I'm making this template for a company that's doing fashion, it will be different questions. So I want to be flexible to allow every company will have its own questions. Fair enough? By the way, we did it in the Fab house. In the Fab house, we had the company and then we linked to each one of them. Okay? But here I'm going to do, eventually I will show you something much more sophisticated. And when I hook it up, when we're done with everything, I will hook it up to Academy City. And you see there's one step, that's one of the topics we learn in Certificate 3. It's how you combine foreign key to different type of tables. We haven't learned that, but for now, this is a simple, we make a table, links to the company name, and that's what take care of that. Some things here, pricing, I don't know if it's relevant, so we need pricing, you know, free, business, developer. This is for, you know, for this is for high-tech companies, but you can use it for, maybe you don't really need it even, or you just do it for whatever, depending on the client. We'll leave it for now. Our hardworking team, okay. By the way, did we have pictures here? I think we did, they had pictures here, didn't they?
Yes.
Our
It's
picture.
probably the same issue, isn't it? No, they didn't. But this looks a little different for some reason. Am I right?
That was like that.
It was like that.
Maybe we didn't do something in something there. What do you think?
Yeah. The hardworking team had pictures.
There must be an, let's see what they have here. There's an icon, class icon, okay? Okay. I don't see any. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. Is there any image here? You see any image? No, I don't see any. What is this flex? I don't know. Icon box. Icon. No. Okay. What is this one? H4. Okay. Trying to find out what did we miss. No. Yeah, I don't see. Do you see anything? What's the reason is? I don't get it bigger here. See, you have a class role. And the class role, what is this flex? Okay, another way you can go about it. It's going here. See, there's something going on here.
Yes.
Again, inspect. Let's see the concept. Maybe we'll get there or there. Here we go. Yeah, he couldn't find something. Which one is that? All those JPEGs, you can't find them. So we're probably missing. We're missing more images, I think. Let's see. Let's go back down here. Yeah, there's 3 or 4. There's 4 or 4. You see that?
Yes.
There's more images probably we haven't taken care of. So we'll take this one. Control copy, Control F. No, we don't want to do Control F. We want to do image. Okay. And here you can see all of those. We have to change them. So I think, Daniel, can't you do the whole things by yourself without me even helping you guys?
Yes, I can.
You think you can do the database as well? Or you need some help in the database? I will just
Yes.
start a little bit, the database.
We can do. Then you
What do you say?
Yes, we can do, and where we fail, we can alert you.
Should we just start a little bit the database, or let you do even the database? Or at least the design of the database, then you would put all the field and everything. What do you
Yes,
say?
yes.
Yes, there we can.
That's it. Okay. See, all of those guys will be nice to us now. But don't forget, I also want you to finish the other one. Remember?
Yes, we shall finish.
Here we go. See, you have a lot of images here. You need to go back to the top. We need to copy this one. Okay. So this one, we need to take this one, Control V. Let's go back. All of them. It's probably a lot of them there, I don't know. By the way, you're going to change this one, don't you?
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
You're going to keep them there, or you're going to put them in a database?
I'm going to put them in the database.
It should be in a database, don't you think?
Yes.
Because maybe other companies want different images. Right?
Yes.
That's right.
Here we go. See, there's so many of them. But all of those pictures has to be in a database. Otherwise, you're not going to show, you're not going to go into the whole beauty is to that you don't touch the HTML after you're done. All those have to be in a database. So let's start, and you will continue later on the design of the database. Let me just make sure that the web page look normal as it should, and then I will give it to you. By the way, how many files should I transfer to you so you don't waste your time?
All of them.
How many?
All.
Only
All.
2. All the rest you can do yourself, don't you?
Yes,
In fact, this one is just save you time instead of doing this stupid stuff. And eventually you will throw that away. Okay, let's start. Let me just make sure. My God, there's so many of them.
Dr. Amos,
Yeah.
You've made access up.
Joram is with us.
Jerome? Hey, Jerome.
You've missed that
I feel like the Messiah came.
The same, yeah.
You got my, hold a second, I want to talk to him. Just bear with me. Is he ready to work hard like Jeremiah?
He's all yours. He's all yours.
But is he hard working like Jeremiah?
He's more hardworking than
He's
you.
Yeah.
more than-
Okay,
Yes.
beautiful. Let now do the same things for the Jeremiah in a minute. I do really want to talk to you, but let me just, Daniel knows me. I always make mistakes. Am I right, Daniel?
Yes, you're right.
Thank you. You shouldn't agree with me. But you're right. I am making mistake all the time. So I just want to make sure we're getting that website working, right? See how easy it is? But eventually all those pictures has to go to a database.
Yeah.
That's what give us power to use the same template for a lot of companies. So we're not going to do the whole things again and again for every company. We just upload different pictures for every company. And that's it. It will adjust itself automatically. And we have done it a lot in the Fab House. There's a lot of them. Let's see. Okay, are we done? Not yet.
That's what I was doing first.
Yeah, okay. Let's see now. Okay, let's refresh. Still no. We put only the pictures of those guys. Hold a second. What is those guys? Our team and all of that stuff.
It's,
Portfolio. See, those ones are not coming for some reason. Am I right?
you're right.
Here we go. These ones are not coming here. So I probably screwed up something, did I? Static base. Let's see if there's an errors here. What does it say 304? What does that mean? This one are 404. By the way, there's some pictures it couldn't download. There are some more, I guess. Good. It doesn't find Bizlad, static Bizlad image. And this one, it doesn't, no, this one it does. What about this one? Portfolio static. Why it doesn't find it? Bizlad image. Right? Portfolio. Portfolio 3. Here it is there. That's fine. Why it doesn't show it to me? You can't find it. Anybody can understand why? What happened? It doesn't find anything. This one he found, correct?
It didn't find
So let's go to the very top. Did I make any mistake, Daniel?
Let's
I don't
check.
think so.
I don't think so either. Let's go to the very top one. Okay, this one works perfect. Static, Bizlad, image, about. Image, Bizlad, image, about. That's correct. So let's move on. Then the next one, it couldn't find, it says assets. Oh, maybe I screwed up here. We go to the next one. That's fine. But it says here it can't find assets, the client. Client one. Client one. Why is he looking for the assets here? There's no assets. Am I right? Let's find the word asset, and then we know all the errors. Here we go. There's a lot more to clean up. You see that?
Yes.
So this is another place that we need to change. You have a lot of assets. This is the only one. And then we need to do. Good. Let's go and look for another one. There's a lot of them. You see that?
Yes.
Yes.
The beautiful thing, this is really the power of Django. You do it once, or transfer it to be as a database, and that's the end of it. Okay? There's some more. By the way, let's see if there's more. Yeah, there's a lot of them, my God. This is the wrong way to write a template. But that's okay. That's why we're learning, and that's why we're ahead of the game. Okay, beautiful. Okay, more. I think this is it. Let's see again. Control C. And let's see what other problems. We probably have other problems. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so far so good. Let's go down. This one looks normal now. This one looks fine. This one looks fine. This one looks fine. This one, looks fine, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one looks fine. This one looks fine, but I don't see these guys.
Congratulations.
We have to thank you. These guys, we don't see the pictures, is that right?
Yeah.
So see how would you find this guy? What's his name? Saul. Saul. So there's an error with Saul. Okay, we'll fix it. This one also, you see, we're not really seeing the pictures here. So there's a different type of error. Am I right?
Yes.
We need to fix it. But this one I leave to you. We just, just let's look at Saul. Let's say find where Saul is here. Control F. Saul, is that right? Here he is. What's his problem?
The image.
I don't see a problem. The image is fine, no? He has a static class, it's fine. Let's see if we're getting an error. Here, there's 401. By the way, you can't find those pictures for some reason. See that? Maybe we didn't copy those pictures. I don't think so. It says it can't find this picture. In fact, it's looking for the static. So let's look at the image. Now, under the image, testimonial. You see testimonial? Here we go. So they are here.
Vamos.
Maybe we made a mistake here.
Dr. Amos.
Yes.
Yes, as if there's Bizlad missing.
Here we go. Hold a sec. Tell me if I'm right. What the error here? Say again?
Bizlad.
Bizlad is missing in the directory.
It says testimonial one. This is correct.
Yes.
Testimonials. Testimonials.
Yes, no, before image this Bizlad.
What?
It's supposed to be a Bizlad in the directory before you reach the
You are breaking, sweetie. Daniel, I can't hear. What's the error?
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you very clear.
Okay. Well, under static, we are supposed to have Bizlad followed by IMG.
Ah, you're right. Right here.
Yes.
See why I need you? I told you I always
I-
make mistake. Okay.
I know.
I
we
always
know.
find them. Okay, the beautiful part is you really want to make a loop here eventually, is that right? And then the error you'll figure it out quickly, but it's okay. First, we want to duplicate everything's in the right order. Beautiful. Very good catch. So let's do Control F, testimonial. And let's find all those guys. Here we go. This is okay. We fixed. Next guy. Next guy. Here we go. We have an arrow here. Next guy. Next guy. Next guy. Next guy. Next guy. Here we go. That's pretty cool. This is fun, isn't it? But you feel control, don't you? You're not afraid anymore. That's the key point. Don't be afraid. Beautiful. After we finish the portfolio, we have the same point on the portfolio. So let's do the same things. Okay, let's look it up. Portfolio. Where's the image? Portfolio. Come on, guys. Here we go. This is supposed to be like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. And then this one too.
It's having crazy things, sorry.
And then close them here. Control V and Control V. I don't know how I missed it. Okay. Can happen. Control V. There's more. Yeah. Control V. Control V. Control V. Okay. Oh, there's so many of them. Okay, I think we're done. More? Is there more that we had errors? Team, also the team. We have the same problem with the team. That's right here, team. Team slash team. Here we go. We do that too. Control V. V. Control V. I don't know how I missed it. Ah, sorry. That's it. More. I think we're done. Am I right? Let's see. Refresh. That's pretty cool. Here we go. We see those beautiful girls and boys. So we see this one, we see everything. That's pretty cool. Good. So we did good, didn't we?
Yes, we
We already copied you. If you want to do it for a different company, just go and change the template. But we don't want to do it this way. We start, now we're already jumping a level to Django style. Okay? What does it really mean? That's always the simplest one. We want to do this template for many companies. So we must have a data of we really want to move to a database, and that's the beauty. By the way, there isn't really much left here. Am I right? The form we're not going to use. This one we don't need. The change log, what is that? Version, who cares? The hell was it? We can really almost get rid. This is the index inner page. What is that one? Let me see in a second. I don't think we will need it, but yeah, let's leave it. Okay? I want to see it later on. Drop down. I don't know what this one is exactly, but I don't want to throw it away yet. Yes, I know what it is. Hold a second. This is the script. I'll get back to this. Let's not throw it away yet. Okay? Portfolio details. We'll get to that, okay? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. And we'll do it in Django style. We'll get there. This one we most likely don't need. So let's leave it too. Doesn't bother me. Okay, let's leave it for now. But let's start on the important stuff, and then as we go along, we add other stuff. The most important things is matters. And the matters here, we really want companies. So we want to do class. Hey, by the way, what is my rule always? Don't invent the wheel. You already have made tables, didn't we? In the billings. Why shouldn't we copy from ourselves? Am I right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, let's copy from ourselves. Copy the whole things here. Let's go back to our matters and copy it here. That will make our life easier. Here we want to put what? Companies, is that right? Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. And the meta ordering, we don't really need ordering for now. So let's leave it out. And we want you want a company name? Is that no, we don't. We don't need a company number. We do want company name. Correct? And let just remind you, I'm really starting from the very bottom in some logic, because this is supposed to be the head of the tree. Tree means the best data, and that will be foreign key to other tables. I will just demonstrate it, and I will leave you to do the rest. Okay? Bizlad will be the table name. Am I right? It will be the company name. This is address 1, address 2, country. Okay? I don't know if you want to do it this way or maybe another way, you know, address 1, that's the city, zip. You can do it any way you want. Fair enough? You can do it any way you want. You can put more field, address 1, address 2, city, state, and zip. That's in America very popular. In Uganda, we'll have Bizlad, address 1, address 2 should be enough. Am I right?
Yes.
If you feel like you need more, you just add another field. So we're going to do this one. We're going to write address 1. And let's put here, you know, company name. You can put 100. This is a small table. It doesn't take really that much space. So you don't really have to worry about it. I think for address, 100 characters is enough. Address 2. Don't forget, always here, put the string as well. There's 1. Let's delete it for now. We know what it is, but and here just make company name, so at least you can see the company name. Fair enough. Now we want to add more fields. One is for the phone. and one for the email. That will be phone, at least. Fair enough? And
Fair.
email. Okay, very good. Now, phone, how many characters you need for a phone? 20, 30, how much? I don't think you have more than 20, so I don't want space. And email, I doubt you have more than 30. Am I right?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, enough. It won't make a difference really, put it in 40. Okay, let's look at the bottom. Did we cover everything? I think so. We covered everything. So this is gonna be the head of the tree. I'm gonna make an easy one. You do the hard one later on. I'm gonna do the frequently asked questions. See that? Okay, so what do we have here? We have a table. We can leave this one, we can leave this one. You know, if we want every company to have the same, here is the trick. Do we want to allow every company to put different title? What do you say? Or that will be good for all the companies.
Different titles.
What do you say?
Different titles.
Every title for each company?
Yes.
So where will you put it? Okay, I'm going to make a table, frequently asked questions. Let me start it. I'm going to make another table. And I'm going to call it frequently you want a whole word or that's enough? Frequently asked questions. Let's call it this way. We're gonna have a foreign key. Am I right?
Yes.
We're gonna call it company. Let's put it this way. But this time the company is not really this kind. It has to be a foreign key. Foreign key. And we don't really need all of those. Now what we need is companies. Correct? Okay. What happened if it is on delete? On delete. What do we want to put? Mothers. Dad. Cascade, don't we?
Yes.
Cascade, that means if you delete the company, all the data would go away. That's okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to remove those stuff. The whole things. I don't need them. Now, questions. We want to put this one for every company to use a different title. How would you do it? Which table would you put a place for it? And there is also a little frequently asked description, isn't it? So if this one you probably want for every company, what would you put it? This table or this table? What do you say? I heard somebody saying something is correct.
The company step, I think.
Correct. Because this is for every company. Is that right? So let's call it frequently asked questions. We call it title. And we, for the title, we'll give it, let's do 100 as well. That will be fine. And for the phrase, and we'll call it description. Is that right? How much we will put there? I'll put 500, I don't know, 500, who cares? Doesn't take much space. Okay, good. So for every company, those are the fields that will fill up this one. Is that right? And now what do we have here? See, we have two stuff. We have a title, and every title will have a little description. Is that right?
Yes.
So how about I can make my life easy, don't I? And what do I like to do the most?
Listen.
Copy for
boy.
myself. Is that right?
No, I've removed what?
I
No,
put it
I've
here
removed video.
and
There's
I'll
still
put it
people's
here.
phone.
So far, so good.
So good.
Can I already duplicate and do something and really make it for even two companies, the choose of the matter, just for the fun of it. I'm gonna do migrations. What do you think? Make migrations. Good. What the next I need to do?
Migrate.
Migrate. But I always misspell myself. How do I write it? Need. Right. Is that correct? Hopefully. Good. Now let's run it. Oh, hold a second. What did we forget? What did we forget? The admin. We want to see those tables there. Is that right? So what do we do again? We go to
No
the
copy.
Copy.
copy. We love copying. I love copying. Here we go. Let's copy one of them.
Ah, you are the one to take us through.
I'm expert of copying. See that? Control V. So I definitely don't need all of those. I need companies. It will come up automatically and frequently ask questions. Exactly, those two tables. So the first one I want is company, right? And here I'll take companies. You already know how to do those. This is easy stuff. Companies, admin, Control V, and then I'll go to the model. This is the Bizlad model. And what do we have in the company? What would we like to do, to see? The company name, the most important, is that right?
Yes.
I don't really need all of those, just to make sure I can identify the company, correct? Maybe I'll put email. Maybe I'll put phone. I don't really have to, just for me. Correct? I think that's what we have there, don't we? We have phone, email, that's good enough. Let's now do the second one. Take this one, copy it. Okay, and what do I need it for? Frequently asked questions. Frequently asked questions. And this will be a good idea to put company. And by the way, you will get the company name here. And here I will write title. The title is enough.
That way is looking at me seriously.
Who is laughing there?
Jimmy, who's in another place you don't know where he is?
Ah, that's good. He's hearing the jokes probably. Okay, good. Now we can go here back, right? Yep, he doesn't like me. Why he doesn't like me? It is not callable. Why doesn't it like callable of company? Interesting. Company, no, I don't have company. No, I have company name, it's right. No, I don't want company name here. I'll have to change it. In the frequent, I want company and not company name. Okay, never mind. Control C. I want to go into migration. Let's say migration would be nice to me. And then we want migrate. Right? Okay, good. So now let's run it. Beautiful. Now let's start. Okay? Let's start. This is the important part. Okay, we want to change this part. Okay? So I'm going to go into here, as you know, /admin. And in the admin, I'm going to have the, what is that Bizlad. Here is Bizlad, companies. And I'm gonna put here the data for this company. Go down. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Bizlad, we're gonna be the first. So I'm gonna go here, right, Bizlad. See how beautiful it is? That was one. The hard part is still to come when you really need to use your thinking. So I would just write this one. I would give up the US because we always can add in the end or add another 3, but I'm not going to do that for now. Just going to copy that stuff. And then you play with it as you go along. And here's the email. Is that right? Okay. What do I put here in the title? I go all the way up. And we decided that we would like, what is the frequently asked questions? Did I skip it?
Down.
Down. So we want frequently asked questions, this title, correct? For this company, we'll put this one. Okay, what do we want to put in the description? It's like a joke, like we do in school.
Awesome.
Everything you wanted to know and you were afraid to ask. You know that? Okay.
We can put awesome.
This is just garbage here, but I will copy just for the demonstration, but you can write anything you want. Pay attention, I didn't put the dot. We can decide, you decide if you want to put the dot or not. Based on that, you decide what to put. Let's put the dot too. Tell you why in a minute. And then put it here. And I think here we need the dot too. Okay, now I'm saving, I'm done. Stage number 1, I'm done. Correct? Now I need to go back and put some question. I'm not going to put all of them. I just put a 1 or 2. Okay? Click here, and the important things in a minute's coming. This is question number 1. Correct? Question number 1. You do the rest. I'm just going to copy the description. And you can put any descriptions you want. Beautiful. Save and continue editing. Save and add another. I want another one. Company, which company? Bizlad, correct? Good. So the second one, second question. I'm going to do only 2 questions. The rest is the same. And what is that?
And another.
Huh?
Save and add. You are not added.
What is that?
You have to
Yes,
save
I have to
and add.
Save.
No, I don't want that. How to say? I had to do that. I always regret doing it. Let me refresh. Oh, shit. There's one.
Add. Let me see.
Save. Let me do save first before. Good. I don't like to do that, what I did before. So here we go. This is the company. I think this is the title. Is that right?
Yes.
That will be the description. This is easier for me. Control copy, go back to here, bingo, Control V, save. And here I have 2 rows. Beautiful. I have the data. Now becomes the important stuff. I'm going to back, and this is really why you should pay attention the most. Up to now, it was really easy stuff. This is the important stuff. I'm even going to close this one. I don't need it. This one I leave. This one I need. This one I need. This one I don't need. This one I don't need. This one I don't need. And this one I don't need. Now this is the important stuff. I'm going to bring to here from that matters. What am I going to bring? I'm going to bring here the companies. And in the future, you will do something. For now, I'm just going to write it this way. This part eventually will be changed if I have more companies. If I have a company number 2 or 3, and I need to know how to transfer the data to here. But that's to come. For now, I only transfer in the company. That's it. And I'm going to write here, company, and transferring it. And you know me, many times, I like to do it this way. You know me already, don't you? Because this is a Python variable. This is the template variable. So far, so good? Beautiful. Now let's go and go to the index. What do you want to change? Let's go to the bottom part. What is the bottom part? This is the bottom part, isn't it? Copyright. See that? Blah, blah, blah. Where's the company stuff? Company stuff, web design, all of that looks familiar. Home, about us looks familiar. Am I right? Hey, this is the segment you want to change, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you say, Daniel?
Yes.
Yes.
What about the whole things here? What is all this stuff? Look at that. This is the part that has to do with the address. Am I right?
Yes.
Is that right? This is the address stuff. Is that right? Then we have, what is that? About, but say we will have to put links here eventually, type of useful links. This one is Bizlad, the company. And then we have useful links. Then we have our services. Is that right? All that segments, okay, our social network stuff, correct? If you notice all these segments, am I right? What is it really? Isn't it really the bottom here? Isn't it this part? So maybe this should be a footer, or there's another thing. This is a copyright, okay? So we have, I don't know if this is repeating itself in every web page, or maybe when we click, we always want to keep this one in the bottom. We will move it to the base. Is that right? But let's leave it for now. Think about it. Maybe this part should be moved to the base. This is also maybe should be moved to the base. Correct? Hey, you see it says footer even here. You see that? The whole thing is a footer. Then what is that one? Join our newsletter, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, maybe they want the whole footer to be there. I don't know, but that's I will leave you to decide after you learn this template very well. For now, it won't make any difference. We only really want to deal with this part, correct? So we want to take the word Bizlad from here. If I take it away, you will see, and I refresh the page, it is gone. Not here. This is ours. Yeah, refresh. The word Bizlad will be gone. Am I right?
Yes.
See, there is a dot there. I'll remove it in a second. Bizlad, yeah, here we go. I'll remove it. How do I replace it? Anybody? I start typing. What should I write? I transfer it from the view, remember? This is the row that represent the company. So what do I put here? Is that right? And which field do I want to take from the company?
Name.
Company name. Very good. So I really want to take this one, isn't it? Correct? Is that right so far, so good?
Yes.
It will take it from the database now. Okay, let's refresh the page. Let's see if I'm right. Ah, yeah, I did. Hey, there's no dot. Why there's no dot? Because I really should make a convention to myself. What do I want? I didn't put a dot here. I can decide where I want to put those dots. I always like it this way. Then I have a full control. Go here, the dot will come back. Pretty cool.
Yes.
Don't you think you can do this one too?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if you can do it the next one, the address one. How will you do address one? You delete this part, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do you put there?
Company.
And what do you write here? Dot,
Company dot address.
dot what?
Address. One.
Address one.
Very good. And now it becomes to be really easy, isn't it?
Mm,
Why?
Yes.
one. Yes.
What do you put here?
Address two.
Company dot address two.
Very good. This one we don't need. Why we don't need?
We did edit.
We did not put it there.
Why we don't need? Because we removed it, remember?
Yes.
We saw we don't need. This is easy. Isn't it the same thing? Just what do I put there?
Company dot phone.
What do I replace this one with?
Company dot phone.
What do I replace this one with?
Company dot email.
Dot email. Company dot email.
Up, so. Company what?
Company dot phone.
Phone and email, is that right?
Yes.
But what is the most interesting part? Company what? Phone. And that will be email, is that right?
Yes.
We're done here. What is the most interesting part? What do you say? Let's see who is the genius that will save it out. Let's go to frequently. How do you spell frequently? My God, frequently. Here we go. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. We said that we want to change this part, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do I change this one? Same things, isn't it?
Yes.
And what do I write here?
FAQ.
What do I write here?
FAQ.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is that right or not?
Yeah, that's right.
Same table. And what do I do with the other one?
Same, but you change to, is it?
What do I do with this one?
Delete that.
Was description.
Description, beautiful. Now I want the genius one. So far, okay. Now is the interesting part. This part that I love the most. Daniel knows me. Is that right, Daniel? Those are loop?
Yeah.
Ah, we did a lot of those, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
They are repeating themselves, don't they?
Yes, they are
So
repeating.
what I most love to do the most, delete them. And what are we supposed to do here now? Come on, guys. Now I want to see the smart students.
For loop.
Very good. So I'm starting for loop. For what?
For company.
How about for Q in
Qs.
what? Q will be the question, is that right?
Yes.
In what? What did I transfer from the view? Only the company.
Yeah.
So I didn't really transfer anything. But here, just for the good, I will help you out. I'll give you a hint. I never write something like that, ever. I always will add, as you know me, related name. And I will always give it a name. Here I will call it frequently asked questions, plural. Usually I like it that way. Now, why it's so important? I transferred from the view only the company. I don't really need to transfer that model, although I'm going to loop over it. And the way I connect, see, this is connecting to this one, correct? From here, I'm connected to the companies. How do I connect from the company to here? It's using this one. Very important. Okay? So I go back to the index. In company, and who are the children of the company? Frequently asked questions. That's the related name. That's the way I go to the children. I'm looping over all the children of the company. I don't need to transfer this model to the index. This is fine. I don't need to. This is fine. Okay. But I'm intentionally going to leave and make a mistake. And let's see who would catch it. That's the end of the for. I'm going to move. Now I have to end it. And you know I always lazy. So I'm going to do Control V and close it. I intentionally made a mistake. Let's see who would catch it. I didn't, I really need to change stuff here. I will change in a minute, but this is going to give me an error, should give me an error. Let's see. I told you I got an error. Related measure object is not iterable. I intentionally did this mistake because you will do it so many times. You make that mistake so many times. You need to put the word all. Okay?
Yes.
Give me all of them. Now we will work. Should work. Ah, nice. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Why is the frequently asked questions? Frequently asked questions. Why is it? Where is it? Here we go. Hey, but it's the same questions. So how do we fix it, guys?
You go back to the database.
Huh? There's happening other things. I made a mistake. Anybody can guess what my mistake? I probably destroyed something. In a minute, we'll fix it. See, it's opening the same things.
Yes.
See that? I made a mistake probably, but it's okay, I'll fix it. First of all, here is the mistake. You see the frequently, it probably needs a different number. That's the index probably, am I right? And if you see, this one is when you click on it, it's opening this one. So stage number one, we'll go one thing at a time. Let's remove the questions. This is the questions, everybody agree? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, the other one, I don't really care even. Let's see what these ones are. No, there's nothing. This is just the garbage stuff that I don't care. Okay? Let me do that. Oh no, this one. No, this one goes with this one. Okay. Let me do this way. This is just styling stuff. I don't really care. I have a div, styling and JavaScript stuff. I don't really care. It does the work. What I really care is, this is the questions. When I click on it, it's going, this is really opening this div. You see frequently asked question one.
Yeah.
I'm looping, and if I'm looping, I'm really keeping always one, it doesn't like it. So first of all, let's go step by step. Okay, where is the questions? Did I erase that, by the way? I think I did by mistake. Hold a second, bear with me. I ran too fast. Yes, I did. Let me leave the question for a second. Let me make an order. Let me put the questions right here. And let me put this one back here. Fair enough? Now I have, this is the questions. This is the description. So this one we know how to do, don't we? Anybody can help me? What do I put here? Q dot,
Q dot, what is that?
title, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
And description.
Q dot title and
That becomes to be easy. So here I need to put title. Fair enough? And I'll do the same things. And change it to
description.
descriptions. The only thing is that it will work now, but come on, I hate this Windows stuff. Control C, beautiful, come on. Okay, let's refresh. And you see the questions, of course, will be different. It's taking it from the database, you see? But what happened when I click, it's open both of them and close both of them. How will you fix it? Anybody? Here we're gonna help you out.
If statement, I don't know.
There's something called for counter. And why do I need it in Python? And no, you know what? Django, because it is really Django for loop template. Yeah, you see, is a friend of mine. And there is two types. Okay? Blah, 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 blah. Here, this is the one I want. There's one with the 0, you see, and one without. I'm going to take this one. And I'll explain in a second. What does it do? And why we need it. Go back to here. See, this one, when it's the first one, I want it to say number 1 here, correct? So I'm going to put this one. When the loop is looping, this one would put 1. For the second one, it would change it to 2, to 3, to 4. So it's counting the loops. So that's why I'm putting it here. And I'll put it also here. So that, because when I click on this one, it's going to open this one. They have to be the same name. But for the second one, you will put number 2 here. It will open number 2. That will fix the error. That's it. Ah, see? Works. Amazing. Isn't it pretty cool?
Yes.
Okay, so you learn one more thing. The for loop, if you put 0 here, we start counting from 0. Here it won't make a difference. Very important that the link is linked to the tab is opening. They put their garbage JavaScript doing the work. I don't really give it them. It works. And that's really what you care about. But you do really need to know that this one is the title, this one that you want it to open and close. And in order for it to work, this is linked to this one. Therefore, you must put different numbers here. So the loop, if you add in the database another one, I don't really need to think about it anymore. And that's the beauty of the database. Here we go. Let's do one more. And that will be the end for today. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's go and add another questions. How many we had? 2. This one. How about we add this one?
Yes.
Here is the beauty. Why is that the beauty? Because I copied. I go to the database. Where's the questions? Let's go back to here. Frequently asked questions. Add a new one. And that's make you powerful. By the way, you see, you give me Bizlad. I can have as many companies as I want. For a different company, I will put different questions. Okay? We haven't touched it yet. Okay, what is the description? Just take the whole stuff. Copy, go to here, put it here, Control V, save. What will happen when I go here? How many questions will I see now here?
You said 3.
I will see 3 because the loop would go over 3 questions. See how beautiful it is? Is that right?
Yes.
Hey, by the way, do you see the order is different? How about if you want to make a different order? You want to control the order. What do you do? See, it's giving it really randomly now, kind of. Am I right? It's not the same order as it was here. Is that right? See, this is the third one. He just gave it to me as a second one, or a first one. Because I put it, he's doing it the other way around, yeah. This is number 3. Number 2 is the same, right? Yeah, number 2 is the same. Number 1 is, so you can control the way you enter the questions. The other options, if you want, you can go to the model and give them a number. You can put a field. You can put a field here, order, as a small integer and put it as ordering. But I leave it to you as an exercise. Okay? Okay, fair enough?
Fair.
You know, in the meta, you can have ordering. Why doesn't like me? I think it's a class meta, isn't it?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
That would be okay. Ordering. And what do we do now? Ordering by what? We can order by ID. That's how we would like it. Let's see if we will change the order now. No, I didn't. Let's change it by that to minus. What do you think? Maybe that will work? It doesn't like me. Why? It should work. How come? Should get a smaller ID. Why doesn't like me? Huh?
What if you put another column of order?
Why it doesn't like me?
Meta should be in cap. We should write meta starting with letter capital M.
With what?
The meta.
Yes?
Should
Capital M, is that right?
Yeah.
Very good. See why I need you, Daniel? Very good. Okay, let's see. Pretty cool. No, maybe I should really keep it there without the minus. Is that right? Hopefully it's not a capital or small letter. Yeah, now it's fine. See that? Pretty cool. Got it? Or you can make a field ID order and you can change it as you would wish. But this is already you can sell, we did it better than their website. Is that right?
Yes.
How about if I want a different company? I want to make another company called Amos. And I want to make them also, okay? I want to do it for Amos. So how would I do it? And then just give you a little bit of thinking. I want to put number 2 here. So what will happen now? An arrow, we couldn't find number 2. Am I right? He's right, in fact. So we'll go to the companies. And we go to the companies. I will make another company. And we call it Amos. I won't even put the data for now. Okay? Please correct the errors below. All of them are required. It's okay. A, B, I'm just making it up. You know what? He got my address. By the way, this is my Chicago address. What is that one? Let's put that stuff, garbage stuff. That's okay. Frequently asked questions. I'll put the same. This one, don't ask. I'm just making it up. Save. What will happen now?
There's one. Address 2.
Flash.
Address 2 is
Why did I
missing.
get an error?
Address 2 is missing.
Which one?
Address 2.
Ah, I thought I did that, didn't I?
You missed a certain field.
I don't know. Address 2. Okay, just for save. Is that okay now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's go back here, refresh. What's the beauty of it? Totally different company. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you say? That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
And now, can we use the same template for many companies?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
And now, here is another thing. How about the whole segment of the bottom? We want different color for these sections, so the website will look even different. You can even do more than that, and you know how to do it, Daniel. How about you can put an image as a background for this bottom part? And for every company, you can put a different image. So they will think, wow, this is totally different web page. Am I right?
Yes.
You just add more field in the company's table because they are affecting the whole web page. How about the top here, by the way? Here we go. You have the menu on the top. You see it says Bizlad, is that right?
Yes.
You know how to change that, don't you? Of course you do. This one you also can change. This one, you know, this is the telephone, isn't it?
Yes.
You can change everywhere. Okay? So this will be easy. By the way, you can go here. By the way, because this website, it's so easy. You just go and look for Bizlad. Control F, Bizlad. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, they changed the color of this one. The hair is the color. What can I put here, by the way? You can play with it as much as you want. You know already what to do here, don't you? What do you have to do? Company dot? Company what? Is that right?
Yes.
And you can put the dot here. And in fact, if you want to put the dot, you can leave the dot there with the Spain. I think that's what they had, isn't it? Let me put it for them. If somebody wanted. Yeah, you see, they put the dot here, and they probably have in the bootstrap, they put this is blue, will be automatically. Let's go here, refresh. And I want to see Bizlad, I will see Academy City. That's pretty cool. Why? Because in the database, I put Academy City here. Fair enough?
Yeah.
And see how you can make the same template utilized by many companies. I recommend that you keep number one, and the way you play only with one. But later on, think, how would I transfer the number? That will be coming later on. Okay, by the way, the title. You already definitely don't want to put this one here either, do you? Is that right?
Yes.
So what do you put here?
Company.
Exactly, company, dot. Is that right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. You see how much power you have now? See, it says Academy City here now. That's pretty cool. Automatically. That's cool. Hey, welcome to. You know, you can change that one as well. I'll give it to you to do. What is the challenge? Let's see who can figure this one out. Hey, what is the, who can do that one? Just like a nice video, okay? And link it instead of this video. Let's see who will do that nicely, okay? Then you have these ones. This one, I also want a table with 4 different Leave the color, you can change even the colors. You can make for one company colors different. And how would you do it? You put it in the company, you can call it color. I don't know what the purpose of those for, by the way. That's the client can decide. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you can tell him which color would you like it to be, blue, red, yellow, I don't know. And you put the parameters. But this one, you need another table with a foreign key to the company because you have 4 rows here. And for every company, you want to give them different stuff. About, same things. You have the about title. Find out more about us. You can leave it as a standard, or you can decide that you want to give them, by the way, you can leave this one as it is, and you can give them a place like a title, put it in the company, and put title about us. You got it? And then whatever you want, you can, now you're really in a point to be able to design a template for many companies. The same things here, about us, make another table. Because here you would like to put title and description, title and description. Here you have 2. You know what, you can be even smarter. You can put a name of an icon. By the way, this is an icon, stupid icon. And you can choose the name of the icons you want or keep the same icon, doesn't matter really. I leave it to you. This one could be in the company title. This can be in the company table. This one you need a table for that because you have more than one choice. This one can be in the company table. Okay? And don't be afraid if the company table going up. Now, I don't really know what the hell is this one is. It's probably the one to show, I don't know what the purpose of this one. But basically, it's presenting you some index. Okay, they are 100% HTML. They use PHP. You can put here Django. You can put here Django CMS. Is that right?
Yes.
You can put CSS. You can put JavaScript Ajax. Okay, whatever. If you really, but maybe it's irrelevant. Could be, let's say this is a business selling maize, coffee, I don't know what. And what do they sell the most? If they're selling maize the most, you put maize here, 100%. Coffee, 40%. I don't know what. Tea, 20%. Pineapple, whatever. You can be very creative. Am I right?
Yes.
Some things about these ones, you can do whatever. This is the company you work with. Okay, you can put that one. And later on, we'll make it even more sophisticated. You click on that one, you send them to their webpage. Okay, everybody is happy. How many, by the way, if you want this one, our services. Let's say you have several services. How many you have here? 6. Do you have to have 6? Maybe I want 4. Can you make it this 4? Of course you can. Can you make it 9? Yes. Let's say what will be the smart one. If it's 4, you will make only 4 boxes. If it's 6, you will make 6 here. But you need a table, is that right? You need a table for this section.
Yeah.
You need a table for the team, don't you?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All right, do we need a table for this one? No, we need 2 tables. One for each category. A table that holds only the name of the category. And a table linked to the category. We did it in the Fab house. Is that right, Daniel? With the styles? Daniel,
Yes.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
we did it for the style, remember?
Yes.
Okay, all will show all of them. This one, when you click, it will filter. But you need to do 2 tables. One for, and you can make more, you know. Here they put only 3, but when you have a table, you can make as many as you want. So you'll have even 4, 5, 6 categories, as many as you want. I give you more power. Let's see if you can do it. What do you think, guys?
Yes.
Fine.
we
Be
can.
able to do the whole web page by next Thursday? Next Sunday, I mean?
Yes.
Okay. You have the recording. I'm going to send you right now in the web page. Where is the web page? Did I close the this one? WhatsApp. Let me open the WhatsApp web. Which files do I need to send you? Who wants to guess? What are the most important files? The rest you can do yourself as an exercise. The other one is really to save you time. All the rest you can do easily. Which one? Just to save you time.
We need models.
Models, can't you make it yourself? I will send you the models. Okay. What else do you need? Do you need the view?
No.
It's easy. All what you need is the company, really. Okay. Do you need the URLs?
No.
Too easy.
Maybe the index.
Do you need the apps? No. Do you need the admin? Okay. It's easy. The templates. Do you need this one? Hey, yeah. You don't want to make mistakes. Am I right? We already wasted our time on that, so I will send it to
Yes.
you.
Send the template. All.
What else? Hell, we have only one, by the way.
Yes,
Now, this is the important one. Is that right?
Yeah.
yes.
Correct. And later on, I wanted to break it to pieces. I want you to be smart. The footer, maybe you want to put it in the base. Okay? Step by step. I tell you what I would do. Okay? I'll be even nicer than that. By the way, this is the migrations. How about we do this, the following? Let's go back to here. Let's go back to, where do I want to go? Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go to the infs. Let's go to projects, is that right? And then we have which projects? Trades, is that right?
Yes.
And then in the trades, web. In the trades, we have apps. And which one do you like? You want this one, is that right?
Yes.
I'll be nice to you. I will zip this one, the whole things. Anybody see here zip something? Yeah, here we go. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you the whole thing. You want to put this one also?
No.
Whatever left.
No.
Why do you care? Let's see what we have inside now. Yeah, you have both of them. Okay? Can't complain, can you?
No.
Okay, now we need to do what? Send it to you. Okay? So we will click on Academy City and we transfer to you this file. Just God help me where this file is. Let's go back to here. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, it's not this one. I think it's here, isn't it? Nope. Go again. Infs, projects. Anybody see projects? And try it. And you know how to do it now, guys?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how fast you do the whole thing. And we went to the apps,
Yes.
and it's a zip file, isn't it? Here we go. A second. And let me take that one down. And let me go up. By way. Go aside. Let's take that one, drag it to here. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you drag it? Why it doesn't like me? It should take it, doesn't it? Does it take it or not? I don't know, it doesn't like me. So let's do that again. Okay, tell me if you got it. Oh, that's not what I want. You got the zip file?
Not yet. Doctor, you haven't sent.
Yeah, I need to send it. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. So you have everything we did today. Okay, I want to see the database and let's see how you change also the index. You saw that?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. And then you make a zip file, you send it to me. But before you do that, I want to see what the progress. Do you think you'll finish everything by tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I start teaching you how not to sleep, didn't I?
Yes. You taught us. By tomorrow we can do that.
Let me see you guys.
By Friday.
Okay, now I want to talk to Jerome.
So
Jerome, where are you? You say how much you missed.
Yeah,
Who
I
did
see
you
it.
miss
I
the
mean,
most? Tell me the truth.
huh?
From all the team, who did you miss the most?
I
Beside me, of course, yeah.
think Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Ah, yeah, I would miss Jeremiah. Jeremiah is excellent. He's a good example. But the truth of the matter, you should miss all of them because they are all excellent.
Uh,
And really, you have to step up now. You saw they are on a very high level. Is that right?
yes.
They have gone a long way. They really are. I think next semester, I would like you guys to do the machine learning, business intelligence, and software engineering 3. Then you jump in a big deal, big time. Because honestly, it's really tricky in business. You have to think where do you spend your time, where you spend your money, and all of that stuff. And I don't know, I'm praying to God to see that it would be coming. But when it comes, what happened to a lot of businesses, they are not ready to service all the customers and they run away. One day you started with me a course called Business Simulation. In fact, today I'm going to start it to continue, in fact, development. That's a hard one. So I will keep it. I think I wanted Michael to join me too, and whoever wants, more than welcome. It's a hard one. So it's really from the business aspect, it's a hard one. In that one, I teach how to run a company. It's really pure business, but I use my knowledge and technology to develop a software that helped me to teach business. Well, I'm one of the few ones that has that. So that will come, but I think, I don't know what's your availability, but make it available. I know, Brenda, you still have school to go. Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
You have a lot of studying to do.
Yes.
Why don't you copy for somebody? It's a waste of time. You know that already, don't you? I'm just kidding. You have to get it done in the right way. It's just a joke. Okay? Jeremiah, you done with school, don't you?
Yes.
Jerome,
Yes.
for how long? Are you done for good?
I think it's about 8 months.
Let me see you. I can't hear you if I don't see you.
It's now available. It's not going anywhere.
I hear you. Yeah. I said, John. Oh, here he is. Okay. So you have one more year to go. Is that right?
Yeah.
For high school or
No, I'm done with high school. I'm not in my vacation.
what are you doing?
I'm in the vacation.
He's going to university.
And then what do you want to do after the vacation?
Probably mechanical engineering or electrical.
Why do you want to study mechanical engineering? You don't even know what it is.
uh, when you have a broad mind, you can do a lot. That's my
Oh,
aim.
don't give me those stories. You're talking to Dr. Baranis, knows everything. I know you don't know what it is. Here, ask Michael. He will tell you the same things. Most likely, you don't know what it is. Am I right, Michael?
You're
He doesn't know what it is. You know, I wanted to study when I finished high school, electrical engineering. Last minute, I changed my mind and I went to the army because everybody has to go to the army in Israel. So, but you have a choice. If you want to go to study before the army, they let you. And I decided last minute, I don't want to go. I don't know why. It just didn't make sense to me because I know that I'm too young to know what I want. And I went to the army and I changed my mind. And I had time to think. I tell my kids the same things. I'm telling you the same things that I tell my kids. Hanoch, my son Hanoch is, well, he finished college and high school at the same time, but he's crazy, okay? And now he wanted to do a master, and I told him, no way. You're too young to know what you want. Go to the army first. So he's going to go to the army. And after he goes to the army, he has time to think. He meets some girls, the girls wants money, and if they wants money, he needs to get a professional that makes a lot of money, and he might change his mind. You know how it works, you know? And you need maturity to make a decision like, what do you want to do when you're grown up? You're a kid. You really are a kid. I still don't know what I want. That's why I study everything. Okay? So take your time, take a break. I think everyone should take a break at least a year. And you definitely should go to a really good, the best college you can get in. Don't just go to a college. No, no way. Just go to the best one you can get to. And honestly, life have changed. And I'm going to tell you something, you probably will be surprised. I wouldn't go to college unless I want to get a PhD. If I don't want to get a PhD, I wouldn't go to college. But I will encourage all of you to be a PhD. Definitely. So you go to the best college in the world, and then you go to the master, the best place in the world. And then you try to get to MIT, Chicago, and all of those good schools. Don't just study just to get another diploma. Nobody will hire you anyway. Not because it's you. It's not because it's you. It's because the world have changed big time. You know, Google, I don't know if I told you, Google have a school now. They copied me. I studied the Academy City before them. They teach for half a year. You go and study in Google. You have to live in California, of course. And you study for half a year, you pass the exams, they give you a job. You don't need a college. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's the way it's supposed to. But nobody will accept you for a PhD program. So you should do something like that for 2, 3, 4 years. You're mature enough. Go get a good college, the best college you can get. Then go and do a PhD, why not? You're all capable, take my word for it. I know I've seen enough students in my life. Not only that, I will help you also how you can get a scholarship for those places. When you want to go and get a PhD, you need to get money. It's a lot of money. And there's the tricks how you can do it in a very smart way. Anyway, so Jerome, so you're going to be with us for how long?
A year.
A year.
Yes.
Good. So a year is good. And after a year, you have enough time to think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Jerome. But I will encourage you to get a PhD in mechanical engineering, MIT. That should be your goal. If you tell me that, then I tell you Well, you can't make a mistake even if you don't know what it is.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Daniel, Jeremiah, you're finishing the Feb house. Brenda, you're finishing your buttons there. I want to see the bars and I want to see the graphs. Is that right?
Right.
That's going to be your baby for certificate 3, by the way. You're going to teach us about the graphs. And you're going to teach us 3-dimension graphs as well. Okay? And now today, I wrote to you, please do a review with certificate 1. Jerome, you should really catch up, like study day and night, come every day. I know Jeremiah and Daniel, they are there every day. I think then Brenda too, a lot of them. Jimmy is there a lot. Come there and study, catch up. Try to catch up also certificate 2. Won't be easy for you, but it will be a good idea. Catch up, study, study, study. That can help you. They are very good, by the way. Okay? And today, Brenda, you guys going to do a review for the certificate 1. Please go over what I did with them last time.
Okay.
I will join around 4:30, something like that, to finish up the billings. And then I will leave you guys to try to do with them the game store. And I see how you're doing. And Wednesday, maybe I will finish the game store. Okay? So I will join 4:30. Thank you, guys. Where is Jonathan? I saw him before. Where's Jonathan? Here he is, my favorite student. How are you, sweetie?
I'm okay.
And why is your sister running away all the time? She's
like,
around.
No.
She's not around. Okay, tell her to catch up. That's a very important stuff. Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm all right, doctor.
Yeah, you're going to close the deal this week?
Yes, actually, I want to contact her tomorrow and find out, actually, to hear from her what's going to tell me.
Excellent. And tell her if she wants, she can talk to me.
Yes.
You know, the
Well,
first ones are the hardest one. And after that will be easier for you.
Yes, okay. Actually, after talking to her, we shall make a Zoom meeting and we discuss.
Excellent.
Yes.
No problem. Okay, have a good one, everyone. I will upload the video to the
All right,
YouTube.
doctor.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.